We are live. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everyone? Welcome in to another episode of the Washington Nationals Rebuild, Part 7. The last episode, we chipped away at some more games. We signed some of our draft picks. And at the end of the episode, we ended up trading, who was it? Kyle Finnegan. And who the fuck else did we trade? Corey Dickerson. We traded Kyle Finnegan and Corey Dickerson to the Cleveland Guardians in exchange for Josh Naylor. I mentioned at the end of last episode that I think Naylor has the potential to be a starting first baseman for us. He's pretty good against right-handed pitchers if you look at his attributes, but not great against left-handed pitchers. But at the end of the day, we weren't going to get a ton back for what, for all intents and purposes, was a number 4 or 5 outfielder and a back-of-the-end closer that's likely going to be just a bullpen piece for most teams out there. As you can see right now, I am on the trade screen. Once again, I am going to initiate another trade. What I'm going to do yet, I haven't quite decided. At the end of the episode yesterday, I ended up taking a bunch of notes, essentially, because I'm a fucking nerd, about what the best move would be for us when it came to trading in general. But because MLB The Show doesn't make it easy because you can't check the stats right away, so I didn't waste the time writing it down on stream, but I did do it separately. So we are going to go over to the Baltimore Orioles. They had one trade I wanted to look at. They offered us a relief pitcher by the name of, I have no idea how to fucking pronounce it, Cionel Perez. He has a .35 ERA in 26 innings. That's insane. He also has B potential. He's under team control until 2026. I mean, that's insane. Last year, he had a 1.40 ERA in 57 2/3 innings. So they offered me him, and they also offered me a catcher by the name of Adley Rutschman. Just kidding. They did not offer me Adley Rutschman. I wish they did. They ended up offering me Samuel Basallo, who in AAA isn't doing that great. He's probably going to profile as a backup catcher, but let me tell you, given how good Perez is doing this year and last year, that is a really tempting trade. So we're off to a good start, but I'm going to exercise or explore all of our options. The Boston Red Sox offered me a center fielder with a word salad of a name, Saddam Hussein. In AAA, he's only hitting .236. Not really much to be impressed by. He doesn't look like he's too great at the plate. Looks like he's got some solid fielding stats. He's got some good speed, but that's not what we want. So this trade proposed by the Red Sox is out. The New York Yankees offered me, and I think I'm going to decline this trade, but they offered me Frankie Montas. Frankie Montas is a free agent after this year, though, so for that reason, I'm going to have to decline that one. I didn't realize that when I jotted it down. Speaking of starting pitchers, the Tampa Bay Rays offered me Yanni Chirinos. 2.84 ERA over 63 1/3 innings pitched. I debated trading for Chirinos. But I think given the fact that he only has one more year of team control left, and we kind of sort of already have 4 guys penciled into our rotation next year, it doesn't really make sense for us to block someone in with a year-and-a-half stopgap. So even though Chirinos has been good this year, 1, he's been coming out of the bullpen, and 2, it just doesn't make business sense. So for that reason, we are out on Chirinos. Tampa did, however, also offer me a third baseman. Junior Kamen, whatever this guy's name is. I just wanted to try that. This guy looks like he's playing in single A, so yeah, I'm going to be out on him. I don't even know why I entertained that idea. The Toronto Blue Jays offered me a catcher by the name of Chris Beck. We look at his AAA stats, nothing too impressive. No home runs, it's a little disappointing. Yeah, his offensive attributes, not impressive. Solid fielding attributes, and he's got pretty good speed for a catcher. But they offered me him as well as... Where is he? Hayden Junger, or Junger. Now, I'm 64 overall beat potential at the age of 22. Not great AA stats, though. Not bad either, but we are out on this trade because I think the Baltimore trade is miles above anything we've been offered so far. So our next trade is going to be the Chicago White Sox. They offered us Christian Mena. Starting pitcher, 65 overall, beat potential, only 20 years old. In AA, pretty small sample size so far, only 31 1/3 innings, 3.45 ERA, 1.24 WHIP. Definitely nothing to shake your head at. Nothing really stands out in terms of attributes here. This guy could potentially become a starter, I think, in 2 or 3 years, which is kind of what we're looking for. But I don't think this is going to be Baltimore's offer. If we look at the finances, we'll save a little bit of money if we trade for this guy. But I don't think it's actually tough. Yeah, we're not going with this one. The Cleveland Guardians, who we literally just traded with, offered us this guy, Sam Hentges, or Hentges, whatever the fuck his name is. So far this year, 4.11 ERA out of the pen, not great. 34 Ks and 30 2/3 innings. He's got 5 years of team control, or 4 more years after this year. Does have B potential. Did pitch to a 2.32 ERA in 2022. He's pretty good at limiting hits. Excellent velocity. Pretty good break. This is not a bad trade either, by any stretch of the imagination. 5 years of team control for a lefty reliever. I would not mind that. We're gonna marinate on that one, even though we literally just traded with Cleveland. But hey, I guess they have a lot to offer. The Detroit Tigers, they offered me a catcher, Jake Rogers, as well as former All-Star Austin Meadows. So taking a look at Austin Meadows right now, he's only a 70 overall. Does have A potential, but his chances of getting back up to that potential are slim to none. Yeah, looks like he's profiling right now as a number 4 outfielder. Does have 2 years of team control. What's this catcher offer us? Anything special? Yeah, absolutely nothing special. So I am out on this Detroit trade. The Kansas City Royals offered me a relief pitcher, Dylan Coleman. Look at his stats, a 1.40 ERA. Granted, over only 22 and 2/3 innings. He's actually been Kansas City's closer, it looks like, this year. 15 saves, only one blown save. 19 Ks to 1 walk is a little something we maybe need to monitor. But last year, 2.78 ERA. This guy looks like he can be good. He's a 75 overall. He's got B potential. I can easily see him becoming a B potential guy in a couple of years. Yeah, excellent velocity, excellent break. This guy's under team control until 2028. Yeah, I gotta... So I think I'm gonna cross off Cleveland's deal. It's now between Kansas City and Baltimore. So far. The Houston Astros, we talked about this guy earlier. They offered us Matthew Barefoot. Matthew Barefoot, I'd love to have him on the team for the memes, but I don't think I can do that yet. So, sorry, Barefoot. Maybe some other time. The Texas Rangers, they offered a familiar trade too. They offered us, Jose Leclerc, who, as we saw in our last stream, is excellent this year. 1.42 ERA over 25 and a third innings. 21 saves, only one blown save. So they offered me him. What's his contract like? He's owed 3.4 and then $4 million this year, so this would be a little more expensive. Only 2 years of team control, so we'd run into a free agent scenario there, which is a little something, a little concerning, a little something we got to keep in the back of our mind at the very least. And they also threw in Dustin Harris, who's apparently in the big leagues, only 86 at-bats. Not really much to look at here. Offensive attributes are pretty underwhelming. Everything. He's okay in the field, okay in terms of speed. Can also play first base and third base. But the main star of this trade would be Jose Leclerc. However, I think given his contract right now, and given the fact that he only has this year and 2024 left, I'm going to have to say I'm out, for as much as I'd like to have Jose Leclerc on the team, given how much he's balled. But luckily, we've gotten some really good other offers. To keep things realistic, I'm not even going to entertain any other Kyle Schwarber. They're interested in giving me Kyle Schwarber. I'm not doing it, because that trade, I feel like that trade would never happen. I'm going to stay away from in-division trades. So the Chicago Cubs offered a starting pitcher by the name of Jordan Wicks. He's a 65 overall, 23 years old, B potential. His AA stats, pretty good. K to walk ratio is a little something to look at, I guess. So I don't think that's going to move the needle enough for me. And I'm going to go ahead and cross off a couple other trades here. I had one with Cincinnati. It was basically the same thing, 65 overall starting pitcher. So we're going to jump to St. Louis. They offered me Genesis Cabrera, and they also threw in Nick Dunn. Nick Dunn hasn't really done much in AA. Solid in the field, solid speed, underwhelming with the bat, C potential, but he is 26 years old. He's kind of a throw-in. The star of the trade would ultimately be Genesis Cabrera. This year has a 1.91 ERA, in 28 and a third innings pitched, 27 punch-outs to 11 walks. What's his contract like? He'll be a free agent in 2026. Nice piece to have, for sure, but we've seen better, so I'm out on this trade. And we got two more to cover here. We got the Arizona Diamondbacks. They offered us Dre Jameson, 73 overall, C potential. His stats so far this year: 3.79 ERA over 102 innings, 70 punch-outs to 46 walks, so that's not great. He is under team control until 2029. He does have some pretty good velocity, pretty good break. The stats, the attributes are honestly not that bad. But then again, do I really want a guy that's probably going to be a number 4 or 5 starter at best? I mean, yeah, number 4 or 5 starters are somewhat important, but we've also seen guys offered in trade packages where they look like they can be stud closers for us for a long, long time. And I think this guy, well, he could stick around and be good enough to be in our rotation for quite some time. I don't think he's going to have the same sort of ceiling. So I'm going to be out on this guy. And then the last trade I was offered was with the San Francisco Giants. And they offered Michael Conforto, who is absolute dog shit this year. I'm not trading for him. So I have now come down to 2 teams: the Baltimore Orioles and the Kansas City Royals. So backtracking a little bit here. So the Orioles offered me Samuel Basallo. Not great. He does have some pretty good fielding attributes. He's probably going to be a backup catcher at best. But the real star here is, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, Cionel Perez. He has been absolutely filthy so far this year, granted in a small sample size. It does have B potential, 26 years old. He's under team control until 2026. So the other one was the Kansas City Royals. And they offered me Dylan Coleman, who has also been filthy this year and looks like he's been their closer. And he's under team control until 2027. I think the Kansas City Royals win this one. So we went ahead and traded for Dylan Coleman. So now we got some stuff we need to do. So our pitching rotation. We are going to put Dylan Coleman in the closer role, I think. If we look at our lineups, we are suddenly missing a couple of guys. Who are we missing? Well, Josh Naylor is going to be in the lineup every day. We don't have Candelario anymore. So I think we're going to get Jeter Downs, some reps at third base. Who do I want to be our DH? So I think that'll be kind of our lineup. So I think Alex Call is going to be our leadoff hitter. Luis Garcia be our number 2 hitter. Joey Meneses. Josh Naylor will be our cleanup hitter. Keibert Ruiz will be our number 5 hitter. Sure. Lane Thomas, CJ Abrams, Dominic Smith, Jeter Downs. Now I gotta do that again. What position's missing here? Oh wait. I don't even know why this is still an option. We're not gonna play. There's never going to be a scenario where we play without a DH. With that said, let's go ahead and put Jeter Downs in at third. Even though Josh Naylor isn't great against lefties, I don't think... Well, maybe we do have to put Michael Chavis in. Well, yeah, Michael Chavis is going to play against first baseman, but who's going to be our DH against lefties? I don't know. Do I just put Josh Naylor in and see what happens? Yeah, fuck it, we're putting Josh Naylor in. But now, in terms of our lineup against lefties, we don't even have anyone that's good. This team is so trash. I'm playing Michael Chavis in the leadoff spot. I don't really have a better option. Luis Garcia will bat second. Meneses. We'll do... Keibert Ruiz. Josh Naylor. Alex Call. We'll do CJ Abrams again. Lane Thomas. Jeter Downs. Okay. So we ended up trading, 4 people overall, and we got 2 people in return. So if we take a look at our lineup, we do have 9 guys and 4 guys. Okay, we got 13 guys. What's our pitching rotation looking like? We got 5 starters, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we got to call someone else up. So we gotta go to our roster here. 40-man roster. Who in AAA can get called up? Looking for a pitcher. Okay, I think we got our winner. Our winner is going to be Jordan Weems. He's doing pretty good. We are going to call him up to the big league team. So now we need to call someone up to replace him on the AA squad. Who's our best reliever? Might be this guy, Gerardo. This guy's only got 9 2/3 innings pitched, so it's not going to be him. Yeah, congratulations, Gerardo. Oh, wait. Roster. Alright, we gotta look for a motherfucker named Gerardo. You are going to AAA, my friend. Now we gotta go to our single A roster. Sure, you are going to AA. Congratulations. Okay, so now we're good for now. Okay, so I think we're good to go. So we are 32-64, which is not great. We have the worst record. Nope, the Athletics still have the worst record. Of course, there's a lottery now, so worst record doesn't really mean anything. But with that said, we are going to advance day. The Twins are interested in a trade. They're going to try to trade for Joey Meneses, aren't they? View offer. How did I know? And they're going to offer us... Alright, you know what? I'm going to at least look at this. They are going to offer us John Olsen. A 54 overall reliever. Yeah. This other guy has to be like an all-star in order for me to even consider it. And he's a 25. He's 25 and he's a 71 overall. And he has 0 at-bats this year. Get the fuck out of here. Alright. I don't think I'm going to talk about contract extensions yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But we are going to advance the day. Today's a day to sign draft picks. So our draft picks, for being little bitches last time. You know what? I'm going to just not do anything. If these guys don't get signed, I don't care. We'll try to make something happen before our deadline comes.
The Arizona Diamondbacks held the opposition at
advance the day. Jack Dunn sustained an injury, a strained bicep. He was doing curls for the girls. He's going to be out for a few days. We're going to keep him active.
Inside the show with Justin Allegri.
TGIF,
don't care.
Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National
Okay.
League East, the Atlanta Braves
Calendar.
put up 16
So we are going to
hits on
start.
the day as they took down the visiting
Well,
Diamondbacks
actually, we're past the
7-3.
All-Star game. The Nationals do not have... Wait, what do you mean they don't have 4 valid lineups? You don't have 4 valid lineups. Oh, that's right. Left-handed pitcher... Yeah, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, sure. Put Josh Naylor in there. There's never... Someone can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no such thing as a no DH lineup anymore. Unless I have Shohei Ohtani on my team. But we are in a critical situation right now, and the newly acquired Dylan Coleman is on the bump, trying to close one out against the San Francisco Giants. Let's do it.
Good evening to those joining us for this live look-in on the show. I'm John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. You're just in time. The Nats looking to wrap up a one-run victory in the 9th, but they'll have to navigate through the middle of the order to do it. Peterson in the box now, takes strike 1. Fouled off to the right. Next offering misses. 1-2 the count. And a ball evens the count.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Damn it.
That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting
Mitch
zone
Hamburger.
early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And the 0-1.
He has 31
And
speed.
that one fouled off. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Swing and
Sit down,
a miss,
bitch.
and he struck him out. And that's the first out. Tyro Estrada to the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Really good run, perhaps a little bit too much on that two-seamer. Couldn't hold the corner.
And another ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Good hitters count the 2-0. There's a swing and a miss.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Righty to the plate. In the air, right field. Meneses under it. Takes it in for the out. And now it's Wilmer Flores.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
And that's too high.
Shit.
And that's downstairs and outside.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
The 3-1. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
That was paint.
Not ready to go home quite yet.
Not where I wanted it, but it was paint. Alright, we're gonna get someone up in the pen.
First
Damn it.
offering misses the mark.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
Next offering is in for a strike. So the tying run at second. That one missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
They're down to their final strike. And here it comes. And a swing and a
And
miss.
there we go.
The
Wasn't
tying
easy,
go-ahead runs
but
are
we got
left
the dub.
aboard as this one is over.
That looked like the pitcher was getting into a little trouble there, but quickly brought out a pitch that isn't what most hitters are looking for with that great velocity, but it was really good movement on the changeup and a nice
Hey,
win
and Josh
today.
Naylor went 2 for 4 with a 3-run
Your
bomb.
final score 7-6. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew.
Cubs want to trade now. Or, let me guess. They want Joey Meneses. What a fucking shocker. Alright, you are offering me a starting pitcher. The name of Cade Horton. I mean, he's got pretty good stats, but they're AAA stats. And at the end of the day, fuck you. I'm not trading Joey Meneses. A day to sign draft picks. Okay. Draft picks.
Inside the show with Justin Allegri.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday.
I'm gonna try to
Starting off in the
sign
National League
this
East,
guy.
The Nationals got 12 hits in this one as they defeated the visiting Giants 9-1.
Oh, this, yeah, Derek Tejada. I offered him the max that I can sign him for, and he declined last time. It didn't change his interest, though, so maybe he just needed to marinate on it. And that's exactly what he did. Decided to sign with us. Great. So we signed half of our draft picks now.
The Braves put
So
together
the only
10
guy I
total
have
hits
left
as they took a victory against the
is
Brewers in Milwaukee, 10-2.
this guy, who I think
Jake
I'm going to
Woodford
just
got his
not
6th win
sign
of the year out of the bullpen as the Cardinals beat their rival Cubs
because of how
4-3.
much he wants.
The Diamondbacks totaled 11
So we're
hits
gonna
as they ran over
put
the
this guy
Reds
in.
6-0. The Kansas City
And we'll sign the other
finally gave up
guys
just 5 hits
later.
as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 2-1. The Rays launched 3 home runs as they took down the visiting Orioles 16-1.
Hey, we actually won a series. We took 2 out of 3 from San Francisco. Looks like we took 2 out of 3 from the Cubs too. Cubs aren't exactly good though. Neither are the Giants, to be fair. Begin the series against the Rockies, and we have a critical situation. Looks like we got a runner on second. Dominic Smith is at the plate. We're going to enter the game. Am I going to stick with Dominic Smith, or am I going to pinch hit for him? I'm not sure.
John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton.
One
We'd like
on,
to welcome those
2 out.
just tuning in on the show for a live look-in. You're right on time. Dominic Smith will bring the middle of the order to the plate here in the 9th. Down just a run.
Do I want to put in Alex Call? Yeah, we're gonna go with it. All right, we got 89 speed on second.
And that one is
Second
lifted
fall?
in the air. And he's
No,
got
it doesn't.
Ball game. And the Rockies hold on
I just
to win
went
a
for it.
tight one as
If that
this
fell, we
one
would have tied the
ends as
game.
a one-run ball game.
Well, you take a tie ball game into the 9th on the road, you know that you've got some work to do. You got to score, but then you've also got to get 3 outs in the bottom game. Get this.
Jack Dunn is no longer injured. Day to sign draft picks. All right. So we can sign all 3 of these guys. I think we're gonna just offer all 3 of these guys contracts. We're gonna give this guy $524K.
The Washington Nationals swung it well with
Offer
15
declined.
hits in the game as
No-
they bested the
no
visiting
interest has
Rockies
changed.
4-0. Clark Schmidt
Few days
grabbed the
before he
victory,
considers
his
another
4th of the
offer,
year, as
nothing
the Yankees
changed.
took down
Derek
the
Price?
inner-city rival Mets 2-1. Jeffrey Springs grabbed win number 9.
He wants
this year as the
358K,
Rays
but we
pushed
can
past
only
the
offer him
Marlins
322.
5-3. His ERA is currently
We're
in the
gonna
top
do
5
it
in the
anyways.
American League.
He decided to sign. All right, so he took a pay cut. So that's cool. Welcome to the team. And Peter Raka, I have no idea. He wants 451K. The most we can offer him is 430 apparently. And he decided to sign. All right, so now we have all but 2 guys signed. I guess we'll put this guy in there. We got nothing else to do.
Christian Walker plated 5 on the day with 2 big flies as the
All right, so this guy is ready to come off the injured list. We're going to place him on the bench. I believe he's a pitcher.
Inside the show with Justin Allegri.
Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Looking first at the NL East, C.J. Abrams was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5 runs on 3
No, is he
hits
not?
as the Nationals took care of the
I need to
Rockies,
memorize my
6-2.
team, man.
His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. The Mets picked up 14 hits in total as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 7-3. Jesus Luzardo
Oh, here he
picked
is.
up win number
All
8
right,
this
so
year,
he
beating
is back
Miami
from
to
the
a
injured
victory
list,
over
so
the
we gotta
in-state rival
send
Rays,
one of
2-1.
our batters
The Phillies
down.
totaled 11 hits as they got the win in extra innings over the Orioles 8-7. The Braves put together 10 total hits as they took down the Red Sox on the road 8-5.
Yeah, it's got to be Drew
Wade Miley
Mendoza.
got the W and now has 5 this year as the Brewers took care of the Reds.
Yep, he is
2-0.
going to go down.
The St. Louis
So
Cardinals
he's
racked
listed
up
as a
11
third
hits as a
baseman.
team as they
Roster.
got a road win against Arizona 4-0.
Drew Mendoza.
The Dodgers hit
Sorry,
3
buddy.
long balls
You are
as they
going
took
to
down the
Double-A.
visiting Blue Jays 6-4.
And now we got to send someone
Had a
from
day to
Double-A
remember, amassing an
down
impressive 7
to
RBIs
Single-A.
at the plate as the Padres beat the Pirates 9-0. The San Francisco Giants got 11 hits overall as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 5-4. The Chicago White Sox combined for 10 hits as a team as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 4-3. Trevor Stephan grabbed his 4th victory out of the pen, leading Cleveland past the Royals 5-2.
Yeah, it's this guy.
Tyler Anderson got the win.
Cole
as he went
Freeman,
the distance,
second baseman.
Lead the Angels over Detroit 6-1. He is among the leaders in complete games pitched in the AL. The Twins totaled 11 hits.
Down to Class A you go, buddy.
Against the Mariners in walk-off fashion 4-3. The Rangers knocked out 10 hits as a team.
All right. So we're beginning our series against the New York Mets now. We got a critical situation. We got the game's tied at 7. We could not put the game away. Francisco Lindor is on second. Brandon Nimmo at the plate. We're going to try to hold him off.
Good evening to those joining us for this live look in on the show. I'm John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. You're just in time.
All right, we do have 2 outs.
In a tough spot here, just trying to keep this game tied and force another inning. Nimmo at the
Jesus,
plate
that
now.
thing slid
That's
like
ball
a...
one.
I don't even know. It slid like how I slide into your girl's DMs.
Winning run stands at second.
Bullpen. Let's get Colomé up. Sure.
Two outs. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one misses.
That's pain.
3-1.
Why is Angel Hernandez umping all my games?
High fly ball out.
I was going to have my shortstop get that initially, but I don't know how to switch fielders. All right, we got it.
So they can't push across the winning run, and that means free baseball. All set for the start of the inning.
All right, who's my runner?
CJ Abrams.
I got Vargas at second base. Do I have a better option? Wait, I can't. Can I not pinch run? Oh, wait. No, he's on deck, you stupid fucking idiot. Pineda is my runner, and he's 50 speed. Why is Keibert Ruiz on the bench? Is he tired? With that said, I don't really have anyone better. All right, we're going to roll with it. CJ Abrams, do something.
Robertson back to work.
I don't know why I swung at that.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Drew Smith getting loose out there. Curtis warming up as well. The 0-1. And he grounds one to the right side.
That's base hit. We're going to hold him at third. And I don't know if we would have scored.
So they hold the runner at third, wanting to play it safe. Think that comes back to bite him?
Boy, it's hard to say. That runner on second to start extras is critical, and you want to make sure you don't waste him. If they don't score this inning, there'll be some second guessing for sure.
All right. We got Vargas up right now.
Vargas.
And that's a chopper over towards first. They get the force at first. No advantage for the runner on third. So it works as a sacrifice. Could have been worse, I guess.
Now it's the right fielder, Stone Garrett.
Why the hell is Stone Garrett hitting third?
That lead in the bottom of the ninth, so here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
That one drifts inside.
Lean into it.
Base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
I should have swung at that.
In for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And that is a base hit through the middle. That is going to plate two.
Now a second
It's
crosses the
9-7.
plate, and it's a
Stone
2-run
Garrett with a
lead in
2-run
extra
single.
innings.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Drew Smith.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last.
All right,
so
here's
expect him to be
Josh
totally
Naylor.
rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
Here's Josh Naylor. And first offering is fouled off. Garrett over at first with one away.
And that is croaked into center field. Back at the track and on the warning track.
There are 2 down.
That ball will be put away. 99 off the bat. 400-foot fly out.
Man at first, Alex Call digging in for the Nationals. He's already homered in this game. Smith with a move to first.
And he got picked off.
They got him, and that will end the inning. So they get a couple of runs on 2
Can I
hits,
challenge
no
it?
errors, and no one left. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Alex Call. Now it's going to be
All right, former Tampa Bay Rays All-Star Alex Colomé.
Trying to prevent extra bases.
Coming from Double-A to closing out a big league game. What pitch did I even select?
And a pitch. And immediately
Cutter.
pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things.
This
with
dude has
speed.
no
Base
off-speed
hit's probably
pitches.
gonna be a big
What the
run,
fuck?
so
Why
you
did I
really
call
have
him
to
up?
execute on the mound.
And that one is in for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Yeah, about that.
It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Let's do a backdoor cutter. There's no way Alex Colomé doesn't have an off-speed pitch, right? Like, what kind of a fucking
Now, this
MLB
is in the air
scout
down the line.
would say, oh yeah, this guy with no off-speed pitch? Yeah, let's draft that guy. Never mind the fact that he was an all-star once upon a time.
Colomé deals.
That was a
Popped in
horrible
the
pitch,
air,
but we got away
left
with it.
field. Call makes the grab, 1 away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Got Mark Canna. Can he? Oh, Jeter Downs, make the catch, you stupid fuck. Catch the ball.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Just a really nice job of fronting on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops
No,
in
there was
there,
someone
you're
most
way
certainly
extra
playing
bases.
there.
Omar Narvaez.
Hold up. The ball went to the side of your glove,
Is at the
dumbass.
plate.
All right, I gotta get someone else warming up now. Erasmo Ramirez.
Ball 1, no strikes. And that's in for a
Right
strike.
down the cock.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Home team down a run here in extra innings. Next offering is
On the
in
inside
for a
corner,
strike.
1 and 2. All right, I'd love to throw something off speed here, but that doesn't exist in this arsenal.
Swings and misses.
Plays behind the
Struck him
96
out.
mile an hour
Some high
heater.
cheese for strike 3.
Boog gets talked about
Give
a
me
lot,
the
but
cheese.
A good high fastball in a 2-strike situation. It's just become
All right,
such
now we
a
got
problem
Starling
for hitters
Marte.
in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Good eye right there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Oh, not great.
Drive, and no one can run it down. In comes the run from second. Starting over again. It's 9-9.
Such great concentration.
God bless the
Everybody
United
on their
States.
feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
And time is called for a mound visit now. Big
All right,
moment
this is
in
your last
game,
batter,
so
Column
they'll
A.
talk it over.
Learn how to throw
Here's
a changeup,
Luis
you
Guillorme.
jabroni.
Check swing. He went. That's strike 1. So a big opportunity here with the score tied and that runner on second to start the bottom of the inning.
Yeah, and you know they're eager to cash in. You just don't want to come out of your shoes and make a mistake. Got to play this smart.
Winning run and scoring position with 2 away. That one in for a strike, 2-2. Just misses there.
Really good take.
Give me that.
2 strikes.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is
All right,
ball
Column
4.
A's done.
Substitution now at first base. And here's the pinch runner, Tommy Pham. So 2 down. Jeff McNeil stands in.
James McNeil?
Gets the ball now.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't need no warm-ups. Oh, this guy actually has what's called an off-speed pitch. Who would have thought?
Good eye right there. Popped up to the left.
Peter Downs,
into
don't
foul
fuck me.
ground, and that's a foul
You
ball.
fucked me.
And it is 2-1.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Swing
Oh,
and
yes.
miss. And now 2-2.
Way
This guy's
out in
got
front of
such
that
a
one.
good sinker as a
We're going
hitter.
with a
You've gotta look
curveball.
up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Next offering in the dirt. Ball 3. And there's ball
Fuck.
4.
Now that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked
This
in.
is not great.
Alonso in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Tough
Big meat
situation
Pete
right here. So important
at
as a
the
pitcher
dish.
to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Ball 1 low.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Next offering upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And a pitch. Up the middle.
God bless
And
the
he
United
gets by
States.
him. Across is the winning run, and the Mets walk it off in extra innings.
That was bullshit. First, Jeter Downs just doesn't catch a ball that goes right to him. Alex Colomé apparently doesn't know what a fucking changeup is. And then I get a fucking dinky-doo, limp dick base hit up the middle to tie the game. Or to win the game. I'm playing this game under protest. This is bullshit. I want to speak to the manager.
In a one-run game as this one ends,
At least give me the number 1 overall
10-9.
pick if we're going to be this bad.
A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Hut, hut, hut.
Yeah. Cliche if it's not making dollars, baby, it's not making sense. How you picky with your art when you can't even pay your rent? Shit for years and years and years.
Alright, a day to sign draft picks. I think we have 2 more shots at this. Alright. You...
The trade deadline is fast approaching.
You have
We'll
potential,
tell you
but
what
you
your
want way
team
too
did
much
on
money.
Inside the show.
We're gonna give
Starting off
you-
the National League East. The Mets grabbed 13 hits in the game as they bested the visiting Nats 7-4. The Brewers starting pitcher,
We'll offer him $2
66,
million.
got the W and now has 5 this year as the Brewers took down Atlanta 4-2.
All right, whatever. That's the most you're getting.
Together 10 total hits as they were able to get the walk-off victory against the Tigers 3-2. The Pirates broke up their 5-game losing skid as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-3. Cody Bellinger grabbed 3 runs driven in as the Cubs took down the rival Cards 3-2.
Okay.
Logan Gilbert got the victory on the mound, throwing 8 strong innings and allowing only 1 earned run, leading Seattle to a victory.
And we got another critical situation. Naylor has a 13-game hitting streak on the line. Keep it alive. We're on the top of the 7th here. What were we losing? 6-2?
John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. We'd like to welcome those just tuning in.
Of course, most of his hitting streak was probably with Cleveland,
You're right
but
on time. Josh Naylor, hitless so far, so his hit streak
and that's
is in
smoked in
danger
the
of
left,
stopping
but
at
right to the
13
left
if he
fielder.
can't come through right here. Coming on is Pham to make the play. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso.
Big meat Pete.
Ground ball to the right side. Naylor takes it to the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, the catcher, from Pisco.
First and second, 2 down. And now it's Josh Naylor. And a little something extra at stake in this at bat as he's
Top of the
hitless
8th,
so far
2 out.
with his hitting streak in jeopardy. That's in there. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss
that was
as
filthy.
he chases that one darting out of the zone. And down on strikes he goes. Good
Looked like a
job
fool
at
there.
damage control right there. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mets 5 and the Nationals. And this one ends with a final score of 6-4 for Chris Singleton.
Corey Abbott is eligible. No, wait, we're going to keep him on the DL. The Diamondbacks are interested in a trade. If it's Joey Meneses, which it is, no, fuck you. No. We are tied at 5. Let's do this.
Good evening to those joining us for this live look in on the show. I'm John
We
Shelby.
got Josh Naylor
Chris Singleton.
leading things off.
You're just in time. The Nationals up to bat here in the bottom of the inning with a chance to walk it off. Naylor up to bat next, lays off for a ball. Activity in the bullpen. Obi Milner, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Williams, the right-hander, also getting loose.
Oh,
And it's even up.
that was filthy.
And the righty deals. And now 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's in there at the knees. And that misses off the outside edge. In the
Naylor
air, right side.
roped into right.
Taylor
Back
moving
at the
back.
track at the wall. It's gone.
Game.
Walk-off home run. Josh Naylor
Fire up the dugout,
sneaks it
and the
inside the foul
Nationals
pole.
get a walk-off
And we win this
6-5.
one 6-5.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. But he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
6-5 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
The final line score for the ball game tonight for the victorious Washington Nationals.
Naylor went deep twice in the game. It's early, but he's been a hell of an acquisition so far. Yes. All right, we'll try to sign these draft picks one more time. We have 2.55 mil. How much does this guy want? The most we can offer him is 2 mil. The most we can offer this guy is 5.7 mil.
12 hits as a team as they got the best of the Brewers at home, 6-5.
We'll try this.
Spencer Strider got the win, putting him at double digits this season with 10 as the
Oh,
Braves
fuck you,
pushed past
Rick
the
Sosa.
Angels 4-1.
Eat
As
my
of today,
ass.
He is in the top 5 in the National League in strikeouts. The Marlins
You were
allowed
pissing
only
me
5
off.
hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 5-0.
Yeah,
Graham
you
Ashcraft
couldn't come to an
collected the
agreement.
victory in his 12th win, helping the Reds down the Cubs.
All right, so we
1-0.
signed 4 of our
He's
6
currently in
draft
the top
picks.
5 in the
I guess we'll
NL
take it.
wins. The Rockies knocked out
Let's
10
go to our
hits as a
calendar.
team as they bested the visiting Padres 5-3. Alex Wood.
Strained finger? Dude, how do you strain your finger? Oh, god damn it. Who just came off the IL? Oh, it was Yadiel Hernandez, right? Who do I send down? I gotta send... Yeah, I gotta send a player down. Yeah, it's gotta be Trey Harris, right? Why he's on the 40-man roster, I have no idea. But Trey Harris will get sent down. Send him down to Double-A, which now means we need to send someone from Double-A back on down to Single-A. I don't know if there's anyone we can really send down. Our Double-A team's actually not looking that bad outside of catcher, but we don't really have another option here. Oh, we might do. I mean, he's a 60 overall. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I think we might... What do I want to do? Why am I thinking this much? We are going to remove you from the 40-man. Yep, so he's been waived. What do you mean the Senators have 27 players on their roster? Well, we waived him. So he's not on the active roster, right? Can I release him? If he's on waivers, though, he's technically not on the team, right? Can I add him back to the 40-man and release him? Whatever. Hopefully they didn't do anything stupid.
Inside the show. Here's your host, Justin Allegri.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, Jose Quintana pitched his way to his 100th career victory.
So I think that's going to do it for today. Made some pretty good progress. We're now in August, beginning of August. We won some games and lost some games. We actually weren't.
He is among the NL leaders in triples.
We actually weren't terrible.
13 hits as a team as they bested the Cubbies.
I'm not reading that word salad.
Matt Bush was victorious for the 5th time this season, leading the Brewers to victory over the Pirates 4-2. The St. Louis Cardinals combined for 10
I ended up
hits as a team,
letting the computer take care of stuff, which I normally hate because I don't trust the game. They'll probably release my best player for some reason.
2-1. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins.
But whatever. How important can he be? He's a 60 overall minor leaguer. He's like 27 years old. So, but yeah, made some pretty good progress today. We actually won a good number of games, which is promising. I think we started with a series against the Cubs. We won, 4, 6, 7 games? That might be a new record. We lost, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we went 7 and 9 over like a 16-game stretch. That's got to be a new record. That's got to be a record for us throughout the season. Made a couple trades. Made a trade for Josh Naylor last episode. He just hit a walk-off bomb against Milwaukee. We also traded for what's-his-face, Dylan Coleman. He was freaking elite with Kansas City, so glad to have him on the team. We got 2 guys who can help us win ball games, not just this year, but in future years as well. So happy with those moves. Right now, this team is ass. I mean, just like going through the roster and looking at stats. Let's look at stats right now, actually. Alex Call, 243, 9 homers, 49 RBIs, 323 on base. What's the OPS? 724, not terrible. Ideally, Alex Call on like an average roster is probably a platoon outfielder, number 4 outfielder. Luis Garcia, all-star Luis Garcia, 276, 9 homers, 36 RBIs. On base is a little low. OPS isn't that great. He is 22 years old, though. B potential. He's got a few years left. Joey Meneses has been great for us. 316, 15 long balls, 54 RBIs, 355 on base is respectable. 863 OPS is pretty good. People keep wanting to trade for him. We got another 5 years of control with Meneses, so we're going to hold on to him for as long as possible. Josh Naylor, he's been a great pickup for us so far throughout the season. 273, 11 long balls, 43 RBIs. On base percentage is a little low. OPS is 734. He's probably going to profile as a guy who starts every day against righties. On an ideal roster, he's probably not going to get starts against lefties, but given how shit our team is right now, he's probably going to start every day. He's got 2 more years of control after this year, so he can help us for a little while longer. Keibert Ruiz, 259, 6 homers, 35 RBIs. He did get off to a really slow start this year, so those numbers being a little higher is encouraging. Of course, B potential. He's not a free agent until 2028, and in real life, the Nationals actually inked Ruiz to, I believe, an 8-year contract extension, but it's not in this game for whatever reason. Lane Thomas, he's a depth piece. Not really that impressed. CJ Abrams, a little bit of a disappointing year so far. He is only a 68 overall, does have A potential. Not free agent until 2029, so hopefully he can continue to grow. But yeah, nothing here is really all that encouraging for CJ Abrams. Dominic Smith cares. He's not going to be with the team much longer. Jeter Downs, who I'm still pissed at because he should have caught that fucking ball. The one thing that is kind of encouraging here, he does walk almost as much as he strikes out this year so far. The 344 on base compared to his 256 average is respectable. Our bench is pretty pitiful, though. I mean, Stone Garrett, shout out Stone Garrett. He drove in 2 runs in that one game that we played where we lost to the Mets. Israel Pineda, backup catcher, whatever. This guy with a word salad for a name, not great. Michael Chavis, whatever. He's a bench guy. Speaking of which, let's take a look at our AAA team, because our bench right now is pitiful. But I don't think anyone in our AAA lineup is doing well enough to justify a call-up. Jake Alou is not great, not good enough. Yeah, none of these numbers really pop off the board. We got some guys that are doing all right, but I'm not going to call a guy that's just all right in the minor leagues up to the team. Let's take a look at our pitching rotation real quick. So Steven Strasburg, 122 innings, 4.11 ERA, 138 strikeouts. How many walks does he have? 56. Not a bad K to walk ratio. But he does have a pretty high whip, and the ERA is not great either. We're basically stuck with him until he becomes a free agent in 2027. Mackenzie Gore, 4.86 ERA. Not a great K to walk ratio. Yeah, pretty disappointing year for him so far. Josiah Gray, ERA over 5. Not great. Cade Cavalli, not great. Another guy with an ERA over 5. Patrick Corbin, not great. Shocker. Trevor Williams, not great. Sean Doolittle, not great. Erasmo Ramirez has actually been pretty good. 79 and a third innings isn't exactly a small sample size either, and he's got 2.84 ERA. Doesn't strike out a ton of players, but doesn't walk a ton either. So he's a bright spot. This motherfucker that doesn't throw a changeup for some reason. Only 11 innings. Granted, some of that was self-inflicted by me, but still, that's what happens when you don't have a changeup. Jordan Weems, who we ended up calling up, not great so far, but it's too small of a sample size to really react. Carl Edwards, not great. Tanner Rainey, not great. Dylan Coleman has been excellent, but most of that was with Kansas City. So yeah, I mean, there's potentially some room for improvement here. But if we look at our AAA roster, I mean, Chad Kuhl's doing all right. Not that great, not great, not great, not great. He's doing all right. Not great, not great. Not great, not great. He's doing good, but really small sample size. He's doing all right. So none of that really justifies a call-up. But yeah, with the state of the team right now, we're going to just ride it out for the rest of the season, doing the same sort of things. So our draft picks, we were able to sign Philip Kuhn, or Kuhn. I'm probably going to get canceled for pronouncing his last name, but second baseman, 21 years old, has the potential to be, or his potential is 85, so he has the potential to be an all-star. Derek Tejada, catcher, his actual potential is a 75, so he's probably going to profile as probably a platoon catcher. Got a starting pitcher here who's probably going to be a career back-of-the-end rotation guy, and got another catcher here who's probably going to be a backup catcher at best. So after seeing this, I'm a little bit disappointed with our draft, but what are we going to do? I mean, baseball isn't like football where the draft is super important. We can find free agents. We can make trades. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to smash the like button or your team will be even worse than mine. Bye.